Here it is, and that is the Cosmic Victory statue. Whoa, my lord. Welcome home, Rep Pack. Marcus here, and welcome to Comfort Cartoons, the show where I collect absolutely everything from the late 90s, 2000s, all the way to the modern day. And I'm also trying to create the world's biggest Spongebob and the world's biggest Nickelodeon collection. And the CEO and owner of this channel is very ready for the Cosmic Shake. Anyway, I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and if you guys aren't, you know the drill. Cosmic Shake, camera, flip. Spongebob! It's about to get a whole lot brighter, Rep Pack, because your boy is here. And today is a very, very special day because today, actually I should say tonight. Ryan, show him the time on screen. It's past midnight right now, but I just got Cosmic Shake in earlier in the mail from Amazon, and I couldn't be more excited, and that's why I'm filming it this late. I just can't wait to get into the game itself. And not just did I get the game, I got the freaking BFF expensive, hurts my wallet, makes me feel possessed by Mr. Krabs Soul Edition. Right here. I could not be more excited. If you guys don't know, SpongeBob is very, very, very special to me. So this game in particular, I am very excited for. Some of you guys may have seen, I even did a reaction video months ago, just an excitement for this game. And if you don't know what Cosmic Shake is the brand new SpongeBob platformer game that has come out and is its own game. We have not had a game like this in so long. We have Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, which is a rehydrated version of our childhood classic. But this one is the first game to be made as a platformer, just like the games back in the day, but being its own independent game and story. So let's go ahead and sit on down. I am gonna open up this giant box we have right here because, like I said, this is a special edition of it. It comes with some very awesome things inside of it. I can't show you all of them quite yet. I mean, you may have seen a little sneak peek right there, but I can't wait to see what's in store. If you guys are worried about our bare background, don't worry. We are doing a little renovation over here, but we got right now Battle for Bikini Bottom on deck in preparation for this. So let's go ahead and get into the BFF edition and Cosmic Shake. Okay, so sorry if it's a little bit rough. Like I said, it's almost 1 a.m. right now, but we have the box right here. We are going to be opening this up together. You guys already know I'm a huge fan of SpongeBob, but this game in particular is super special to me, so I can't wait to get into it and add it to our collection. I have right here with me Nick Kart Racer 1, Nick Kart Racer 2, Nick Kart Racer 3, of course, Battle for Bikini Bottom, Rehydrated, along with All-Star Brawl. So you guys can tell I got all of these games almost the week they were released, so you know I'm hyped for this. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and pop this guy open. You're gonna get a detailed breakdown because I do love SpongeBob, so I'm gonna check out and be into every little detail of this. It is not gonna be the quickest, just like going through everything kind of unboxing, because I'm a details guy. This is a channel about collecting, so I want to look at this thing in its full. And right here on the front, we have a lot going on the cover. You see many different SpongeBob items throughout it. Of course, you have the Krusty Krab sign. We have Squidward's Tiki House. We got Sandy in her Karate Island gear. This is all stuff that we pretty much saw from the trailer, including the uncanned pineapple on the bottom right here. And I'm assuming we're gonna learn a lot more about these characters in the background here, these purple bubble guys, when we play the game tonight. And that's why I'm filming this, because I am gonna be playing this game literally all night long. I am gonna try to beat this game as soon as I can, and hopefully adding my opinion into it sometime in the morning when I'm done. On the left side, Ryan's gonna blur this out just because we're gonna see it in a second. And it just shows one of the main items that's gonna be in the box, if you haven't already seen it from the thumbnail, along with some of the other items on the other side. And then on the back, I suspect this is exactly what they probably have in the back of the game itself. It has your summary of the game. Wish-granting mermaid tears in the hands of SpongeBob and Patrick. What could possibly go wrong? Sure, the very fabric holding the very universe together could come very undone, opening up portals into wish worlds full of knights, cowboys, pirates. We have seen our Sponge go on all of those adventures, and Ryan popped up some examples as we went through those. But that's nothing everyone's favorite Sponge can't handle with the right cosmic costume. So of course the cosmic costumes, as you saw his multiple different costumes shift in the trailer, are gonna play a huge role in it, and I can't wait. One of my favorite things is of course seeing SpongeBob in different variations. That's why we collect so many different versions of him. Now that we've gotten that out the way, let's go ahead and pop open the actual box itself. And the box itself runs for $250. It definitely could have been cheaper, but I'm just so glad that we got this kind of extra awesome version of the game in an era where you don't even get physical copies sometimes, so I'll take what we can get. Let's take the sleeve off, and oh yes, now we are to the real box. Larry makes an appearance right over here with Mr. Krabs. They're like, okay, they're both crabby, red, rough, hard guys. Put them on the same side. And then we have on this side, Pearl along with Mrs. Puff. And we do not get Pearl on a lot of stuff in general. So Pearl's a welcome sight for sure. The box is incredible. And on the back side here, we have the Cosmic Shake. Along with the front side, just saying Cosmic Shake. With that same front that we saw on the other piece. You guys already know this is gonna go on display for sure. But we just keep going layers deep. Let's get into the real piece. They are limited to 11,000 pieces, which is kind of a lot, but I mean, at least it is numbered. And like I said, for that $250 price tag for a single game, when the regular game is only $40, I would hope that it's numbered. So I am so glad to be a part of that 11,000 group. And I wouldn't be able to do it if it wasn't for you beautiful people. So let's go ahead and check out what we got here. We have the certificate of authenticity here, and it has my number right there. You guys can see I got numbers 5,759 out of 11,000, which of course is the most desired number of all. But realistically, I think the best number you could have got for BFF Cosmic Shake would have been like 1999 or maybe 25. That's a little bit more hysterical than 24. But either way, I just think it's awesome we got the certificate. I can't remember if in the Battle for Bikini Bottom one, which did have a special edition box similar to this, if it had some kind of certificate of authenticity. To pass the certificate, after that we have our code right here, which I'm gonna blur out because you know I'm definitely gonna need these. And that is for a costume pack, which Ryan's gonna show a close-up shot. We have Mermaid Man Spongebob, which I feel like hasn't made an appearance since the Yellow Avengers. So we have the Yellow Avenger back, along with we have dried out Spongebob. We have the main statue itself's costume, which is the Band Geeks. We have Robo Spongebob, which I'm pretty sure is a reference to the Battle for Bikini Bottom game. We have Caveman Spongebob, which is different from SpongeGar. But then we have the game itself, and that is Cosmic Shake. I seriously feel in my heart and my soul right now, it's back in the day. Like I picked up this guy right here, Battle for Bikini Bottom. I'll never forget opening this guy up on Christmas morning, being a huge SpongeBob fan. My entire room was decorated like SpongeBob, so being able to go around Bikini Bottom and tour the game blew my mind. It made my whole 2004 probably one of the best years of the human experience. And we had the SpongeBob movie, which continued that experience. This game really takes me back to just like that, because this is SpongeBob's first platformer like this since back in the day, and licensed titles are starting to make a little bit of a comeback. I just showed you this huge stack that we have right here that I'm so excited that we're actually getting all this stuff. And I've said it before, I think SpongeBob can be his own game character, just like Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, Mario even. I think SpongeBob can stand on his own as a video game character. So this is just one step closer to that, and I can't wait to get into it. I'm sorry I'm talking so much about every little thing, guys, but I'm really passionate about this and I couldn't be more excited. So we got the game right there. I already have another version of it coming that I am gonna keep sealed, and I'm also gonna be giving one away on Whatnot. So go follow me on Whatnot if you guys aren't already. Sign up, you get $15 off your first purchase too. So I'm gonna be giving another copy away over there, brand new sealed for whatever console you guys have. But moving on from there, we have the set of bouncy balls. Now this is kind of a weird one. In the Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, we got the keychains. And I'm gonna keep comparing this to the Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated edition because we did get 3 statues in that comparatively to the 1 that should be in this one. And we had keychains and it was the same price. So I don't know how this is gonna outvalue that somehow. I have the 3 statues available so we can compare them when we get to that statue point. But let's get the bouncy balls out. I don't wanna make them too dirty because these are like that perfect, you know, where you drop this in your carpet once, it will look like your cat or dog ejected it from one of its 2 holes. Sorry for that reference, but I've been through things. Bouncy ball things. But we have SpongeBob in his knight armor right here, which is semi a reference to maybe Lost in Time. But when we saw SpongeBob in the knight armor, he had some legs on him, and those legs did go all the way up. And then we have SpongeBob in his karate outfit. We have SpongeBob in his Pest of the West. And it's not really Pest of the West as much as it is cowboy themed, because in Pest of the West that actually takes place in the past, whereas I think this actually is SpongeBob, so it's just kind of referential to it. And we have the pirate SpongeBob right here, which is actually the one that I don't think is a reference to an episode. I don't think SpongeBob has ever actually worn this particular pirate costume in an episode. If I am wrong, Ryan will pop it up on screen, but we have seen this in multiples of different merchandise, especially ones that are piggy banks. But either way, the balls feel very bouncy, for sure. That is the only time I would probably bounce these guys. Like I said, I don't want to be that guy who's like, oh no, don't touch my bouncy balls. Don't you touch my SpongeBob Cosmic Shackle balls. But the thing is, this thing was $250, so these balls are probably the same value as other balls in the black market. So I'm gonna keep these tight. But these balls are not made for bouncing. They are made for going back in there to sleep. I wish they would have came with some kind of little rack or something where you could have put them on some kind of little pedestal and seen all their designs, because these things are just asking to get destroyed. And my only thing with the bouncy balls is that it seems like a very like toyish item, which I love. You guys know I collect a lot of toys here, but I think the average person is spending $250 on a SpongeBob video game is more than likely probably not the same person who's gonna like use these bouncy balls. So I think they could have even just made them like some kind of crystal balls, or even just figures would have been cool. But nonetheless, the bouncy balls are something. Then next after that, we have the BFF bracelet, which of course is a reference to the BFF ring.
It's the best friends forever, best friends forever, ring.
And I will say that this thing so far here has been the thing that I feel is like the best quality. I feel like it's actually nice enough to where I would consider wearing this. Like, of course, I'm not gonna wear this one because of the fact that it came with this BFF, but I think that this $250 price tag might end up with a lot of people selling off certain pieces. So I would consider picking up another one for the collection and just one to wear, because this piece itself is actually really high quality, and once you hit the button, it pops it open, and of course, you get the classic picture, SpongeBob and Patrick, kind of little cutout pictures, so adorable that you were featured on the ring. And then on the other side, we have the Cosmic Shake artwork from the front of the box. But the whole thing has a matte material. It does feel really high quality, and like I said, this so far feels like the best piece. So this guy I can't wait to hang up in the room somewhere. You guys stick around, I'm gonna be adding some of these pieces to the collection. But let's see what else we have here. Next up, this was a thing I wasn't 100% sure even what they were. Maybe I'm dumb and I don't know what a placemat is, but is that like something you put your plate on? Is it something that you, damn, it was hard to get those placemats out. I don't even know what the hell you are. But I think it's just like something that you put things on. I don't know who asked for these. I mean, I would have even gone for some wall art, but nonetheless, I don't think it would work as a coaster. But either way, they are placemats that you can go ahead and put down on a collection somewhere. But they're so nice, I wouldn't even really do that. I honestly just wish they came with like some kind of a wall hook to hang them up. Because right here, we have Teenage Gary Spongebob right here. And then we have the beautiful Florial Lock Spongebob on mystery. We have the caveman SpongeBob along with Patrick, but I gotta say on some of these, the image quality, it's kind of like a hit or miss. Like, it's kind of pretty good, but it also feels like it could be more vibrant in some aspects. And you can see it most notably maybe on the caveman SpongeBob and the Flying Dutchman. But like I said, I'm maybe a little biased because this is what I love. But not just that, we're in a world where everything is digital now, so the fact that we get physical releases just makes me happy, and the fact that we got this makes me happy. But I spoke too soon because they actually do have a display in here for the bouncy balls, and that makes me so much happier, to be honest, because I don't feel like I have to actually bounce them now. Now I feel like I can put them down somewhere in this collection and they'll make an awesome piece. This really turned this item up a notch for me because now you kind of can display them as those crystal balls of the costume rather than these 4 balls that you kind of have to deal with, which I imagine that anybody, especially in real life, that could be tragically uncomfortable. The next item we have here, it looks like it's an inflatable of some kind. Oh, it's pretty big, I'll say that for sure. It is a inflatable Patrick. So if you guys don't know, in the game, Patrick is actually like your little buddy, which makes me so freaking happy because of the fact that in other games you have to switch between the characters, which is fun too, but now we'll get to have the awesome buddy banter of SpongeBob and Patrick. Even if Patrick isn't there in the present, we'll still get the Bubble Buddy version of him. Not that Bubble Buddy, the Bubble Buddy version of him, Balloon Buddy of him in the game to go along with us. Kind of like our Chow if you were to reference it to Sonic, or Fairy Tinkerbell thing that goes around with Spyro. What the hell is that? I don't know that thing. But let me go ahead and blow this thing up so that way I can share with you guys what this thing looks like inflated. And then I think we are on to our last item. I am gonna go ahead, yes, it is in here and it is big, large, and proud. And I already see it has its own special box, which makes me happy. So let's go ahead and inflate this and then move on to our last main event item. Okay, that definitely wasn't exhausting. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I had a little bit of help back there. And I gotta say, he is so cute. You guys already know that once I play Cosmic Shake a little bit more, we are gonna have this guy floating up here in the background somewhere. Absolutely, without a doubt. I mean, he's just so cute. And I hope that the quality on these is really good. Because here's some of the vintage ones that Nickelodeon's released in the past. I have all of those, and every single one of them is no longer able to be inflated. So I hope that since then, the inflatable qualities have gotten better, and this guy will stay strong. But honestly, this whole package, I mean, I mean, come on, man, Patrick, put on the ice, bro. Come on. Like, I gotta be honest, maybe I'm biased, but whether it was worth it or not for that $250 price tag, I'm happy that I got it, and I'm so happy that I can share with you guys. I do consider this like a virtual type of museum, so that way I can share all of this with you guys. Made it so much more worth it as always. But our last piece today, and that is the piece on resistance. Here it is, and that is the Cosmic Victory statue. Whoa, my lord. That is unbelievable. That is so large, actually. On Trident, I did not think that this was gonna be this big. I have to check it out in comparison to the ones they had for Battle for Bikini Bottom, and see this one beat the 3 statues that one came with for the same price. So the box is the same box that you would see on all of the Spongebob meme figures, or any of these Spongebob vinyl figures that have released in the last few years. There's gonna be some more up close shots of these so you guys can see them a lot better. But right down here I have the Spongebob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated Edition statues that came with it. They came in the same style boxes, but a little bit smaller, and all 3 of them connected together to show you 3 different iconic moments and different acts you can actually do in the game. And they're one of my favorite pieces in the entire collection, because Patrick throwing this melon, collecting these golden spatula was such a core part of my childhood. I love seeing it referenced here in this statue and in the room. For me, this was hard to beat. Quality on this one looks so amazing that maybe it may actually be on par with these ones. So let's go ahead and check it out and get it out of the box. Okay, so popping it open here, we're trying to be careful. This is a big box. I don't want to damage the box. I'm just taking the whole insert out. Like I said, $250. I'm gonna make sure we get this thing perfect. But oh my lord, already have goosebumps going up the arm. This thing looks so beautiful. The quality is unbelievable already. I haven't even popped it open yet. All right, so we got this thing out of here finally. Oh my lord, the base on this thing is so interesting already. So we have the Cosmic Shake portal, I'm assuming, some kind of slime jelly bubble portal that I can't wait to find out more about. But it comes in the bag. Let's get it out of there. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at them side by side, and they really have gotten so much better at the quality. Patrick has never looked smoother. SpongeBob divots have never looked deeper. But then the portal, that a beautiful glossy goop that they're stepping in, is such an amazing touch. And of course, this is the iconic moment from Band Geeks. Ryan's gonna have it on screen right next to it for reference. But this is of course what they used to launch Cosmic Shake, being that it's one of the most iconic moments in the actual show, and people even petitioned for it to be one of the songs they played in the Super Bowl. So Nickelodeon did an amazing job using this iconic moment as a way to campaign and also promote the show, because people would get around it and remember this moment instantly. But I'm so excited because so many SpongeBob fans are gonna get to learn new things and be able to enjoy new aspects of SpongeBob, like our new floating Patrick balloon. And I love that we got Patrick into the game still, even though it's a SpongeBob video game. It's so much better having his best friend along for the ride. I can't wait to play this game. The statue has done it for me. Does it beat the original? Does it beat the Battle for Bikini Bottom statues? Yes, this is technically one statue comparatively to the 3. And if I look at them as a whole, I do think there's more detail in the Battle for Bikini Bottom ones as a whole. But like I said earlier, I am just a SpongeBob fan, and the fact that we have a physical release being one thing, but not just that, a definitive like collector's edition, I am always going to support that, because I hope they make more things like this in the future. I do hope that they can adjust their prices slightly so that way it's more accessible to more people, because I already know myself growing up, I would have wanted this so bad. No way I would have been able to afford it. So I do wish there was some slight fluctuations in the price, maybe even just like $50, bringing it to $200, I think would be even more reasonable. But all I can say is I am so excited. I am going to be adding this right over here next to our arcade machine to the gaming collection. You guys know how much I love Nickelodeon video games on this channel. That's why I'm back here in the gaming setup, even though it looks completely depleted, because this is where it all started. So this was an amazing unboxing. Stick around. I am going to add some of this stuff to the collection, and not just that, we are going to be hopping in 2, Battle for Bikini Bottom, giving you guys a little bit of a sneak peek on the gameplay. I'm not doing a full let's play or anything like that, but just to get you guys a little sample of some of the beautiful world that is in this game, and also a little bit of my opinion after 6 hours of playing it tonight. But do not forget, like I said, I'm going to be giving away a copy on Whatnot as well, and if you guys haven't already, go follow me on Whatnot. We do streams over there every Wednesday and Friday with giveaways all night long, and a copy of this game is going to be one of those giveaways, so make sure you guys go follow over there. So stick around and be adding some of this stuff to the collection, but before any of that, you guys know the drill. Scan it. Okay guys, and for where I put it in the collection, I want to introduce you guys to a small little upgrade, a part of these renovations, which is just one shelf, which is the start of a very awesome SpongeBob gaming shelf. So I put basically everything from the BFF edition here on this shelf, right below the SpongeBob shoes. You guys know where this is at in the collection. We have the BFBB Shiny edition right here, because it's smaller to fit in the collection here, but I also have the statue from the slightly bigger variation of the box. And you'll notice that SpongeBob's tongue is actually broken, unfortunately. It's this like gummy, fleshy silicone, I don't know, it's weird. And it flexes SpongeBob's tongue, but it ended up breaking just from, I guess, just being a flexy material. But either way, there's another one of these statues inside this box that I haven't opened. But over here, we are saving the space for hopefully a special edition game to come out in the future, because this whole shelf seems to have that right now, along with some DS games for the space up there. But I have my Kid Robot statues over here for right now, taking up that space. And then I also put the bouncy balls up here if I didn't mention that, and also the locket. Okay, so now I'm gonna update you guys after I played the game. My opinion of the game might be a little long-winded, but you guys know how passionate I am about this. And not just that, I already know it's gonna be a very positive opinion, because as of right now, I've played a little bit. But I'll segue you guys over to future, slightly more tired me. Okay, so it is the next morning. I have played the game for like 6 hours at this point now. Ryan's gonna have some gameplay footage on screen, because I don't want to spoil the entire game. Like, this is not a let's play video. Just my opinions based off of what I've played and my personal time, and just enjoying this game. I now do not regret paying the extra price for this game, because I am 100% in love with the game. I have not watched any other reviews. I don't know what anybody else's opinion of the game is quite yet. I might be in the minority, which is common for me in my life sometimes. So I have no clue, but I played the game, and for me, it literally took me back to, like I said, Christmas morning, not just from opening it, but playing the game itself. The game is one of the first games in a long time that actually made me feel 100% like a kid again, and enjoy the game 100%, because I love Battle for Bikini Bottom so much as a kid, because it was being able to explore Bikini Bottom and see it and actually be involved in the world, and it felt like an actual episode of the show. And in Cosmic Shake, they've done such a big upgrade on the graphics. You guys can see the beautiful landscape, and I have it on the Switch, so I can only imagine it looks even better on other platforms. And that upgrade only evolved with my imagination as a kid. The game looks like today what I thought Battle for Bikini Bottom looked like when I was a kid. So it feels like it's almost the same reaction, because there's so much of an upgrade that I feel like the entire thing is fresh again for me as an adult. And because I cherish this franchise so much, I will say I don't necessarily know if I think everything that came in this box is 100% worth that price, but as a SpongeBob fan and somebody who only wants to see more games like this in the future, I consider this just a donation and a pledge of support to this type of game. We have so many different games out nowadays with a million different microtransactions. I cannot remember the last time I sat down and played a platformer game from start to finish, almost, not quite there, and not been distracted by some other aspect of the game. And all I can just say is this game is so fleshed out. It truly feels like an episode of SpongeBob from the show. It makes you want to walk up to every single character and adventure the entire map, just so you can get any little extra taste or note of what the people involved in the game left for you, and some of the amazing lines that the characters say, and particularly SpongeBob's line at the beginning of the game about the beautiful world of Bikini Bottom touched my heart so much. So like I said, I'm giving the game a 10 out of 10, and I haven't even finished it yet. And just because this is such an amazing project, and I hope they make more, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure you guys smack that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and make sure you guys check out this video on your screen right here, which is the last video on this channel. I know you guys are gonna love it, but not just that, there are so many awesome videos that I do not want you guys to miss out on, so make sure you're subscribed, hit the bell notification, all that great stuff. And as always, Rep Pack, I will see you beautiful people in the next one. Adios. Bloop.